What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've been waiting for FedEx to pull up with the package we need to put the clutch onto the B16, and the transmission made it to that to get all of this back into the CRV. So while we were waiting, me and the homies, we took off to go grab some food, and we came back here to the pad, kind of just hung out, chop it up, talk about the good old nostalgic days when the car scene was cracking, when street racing was really big, and it's just kind of dead these days, and all we can do is just reminisce. And the homie had to take off because they had other things to do. I was tinkering with the JDM EF2 a little bit here, and then FedEx shows up. So this is the funniest interaction in a long while. I was sitting right here at my t-shirt workstation. I heard somebody yelling outside, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? I come out here, I see the EV FedEx pull up, and I didn't even hear it. I heard the guy screaming, and I meet him right here, and he's like, you that YouTuber. And I don't know if it's him or his son that is subscribed to the channel, but they both watched the channel, and he was like kind of, you know, having a moment there. So we took some pictures, we chopped it up a little bit, he went back on route. But guys, we have the clutch for the CRV, and I'm gonna open this with you guys, show you guys what we got, test fit it. If it works, we're gonna put it on the B16, make the transmission up, and by the end of this video, the goal is to get everything that pertains to the CRV back into the car. So I'm gonna keep this sweet and simple, not a lot of explanation, just a lot of work. So with that being said, let's tear into this clutch and show you guys what we got. I know I said short, sweet, and simple with the video, but I want to show you guys this clutch kit because I was today years old when I found out Exedy had this clutch available. Cut away from yourself, not towards yourself. I ordered this clutch from Valix Racing, and I've ordered a lot of brake lines from them throughout the years, and they were the only ones that I've seen had it in stock that can get it out to me quickly, and we got it now, although we had to wait a little longer, granted the weekend. So this clutch kit came from Exedy, and I'm so used to Exedy having like organic single disc clutch, like OE replacement. I didn't know they had a stage 2 that is a 6-puck, and it's very affordable. So I was like, you know what, I was just gonna buy a new replacement disc, correct, for the transmission, and the disc from ACT is like $220. But for 80 bucks more, I can get an entire brand new kit from Exedy themselves, because I just learned that this clutch was available. Look at that. So I'm gonna show you guys this really quickly, because this is the first look for me as well too. Exedy stage 2 6-puck sprung, and this sprung style has a plate cover for the spring rather than a spring just in its cage. And I prefer to run this style like the action clutch because I'm not too worried about, you know, the cage breaking and then the spring popping out, which is the reason why I don't really run sprung clutches, because I'm worried about it, and I always run rigid disc. But ever since Action came out with this plate, I've always ran the sprung clutches for, you know, a little bit more street ability, and now Exedy has something very similar, so that's freaking cool to see. They consider this as their super single, but in reality it's just a 6-puck, like a stage 3 or 4. But yeah, anyways, new 6-puck along with their new pressure plate right here that we're going to use. They also have the clutch alignment tool with a new flywheel pilot bearing, and also I want to say this is the release bearing. That's freaking awesome. 300 bucks. I think it was like 320 shipped. Back in the days, that's what these clutches used to cost. And Exedy seems to be the only one who still has their prices very similar to back in the days, where all these other companies are like 600 plus now. It's crazy, the inflation. The biggest, most important thing here, guys, is making sure that this fits on the shaft. Oh yeah. I think we're Gucci, boys. ACT small spline, nada. Alrighty guys, let's go ahead and just get this thing installed. You want to know what's super funny? Doing the swap didn't take long at all. What took the longest was trying to put the freaking shifter cable bracket back onto the transmission. This bracket right here for the shift cables, man, it was hard to kind of like, I don't know, it was a struggle. For no apparent reason, it was a struggle. But I have been buttoning up just about everything in the engine bay aside from the radiator, and we got to figure out the power steering setup because this is a VTEC engine. It was a non-VTEC B20 in it before, and the pump and the bracket is different. It doesn't bolt to the VTEC block and head. Pause. So that was Eric, owner of the car. He's going to drop by tomorrow to drop off the S300 and the jumper harness, just so that we have it on hand for its first startup with the B16. So anyways, right now, I think what I'm going to do before wrapping it up here is I'm going to go through this bin. I think it's in here, but I'm gonna find the GSR power steering pump, and if the lines bolts up right here, I'm gonna switch it over to the GSR P72 power steering pump with the VTEC brackets, which I still have on the GSR motor right here, and be able to retain power steering. Eric said if I can't get it to work right now, he doesn't care for having it, but if I have the recipe, I may as well try. Okay, so really quickly, I went online, did a quick little 5-minute research. 99 Honda CRV GSR swap watt power steering pump. They say you can use the B20 pump with the VTEC upper bracket, and you got to shave something down, whatever it was, to make it work to utilize the B20 power steering pump. But there's another thread that says, well, the GSR pump, the VTEC pump, is just about the same configuration other than the mounting point to use the correct VTEC bracket. So if you look really quickly, GSR pump, B20, if I stand them upright together, you can see the inlet for the or outlet, I don't know, inlet or outlet for the power steering line is practically identical, right? And then the hose for the reservoir, literally in the same position, right? And because we have the GSR pump and the GSR bracket, this going onto the B16 should literally bolt up the power steering pump exactly how it's supposed to be, like that, right? That's gonna work. The only thing I'm noticing differently here is the B20 pulley is a little smaller than the GSR pulley. So if need to be, we'll swap the pulley, because I am trying to retain the current power steering belt. So let's go ahead and get this installed and see if this thing all works together. So I'm tightening up the wing nut to see if I can tension the belt before putting on the lines and everything on. Looks like we got some good tension with about 1/2 inch of play to go tighter if we need to, but this is perfect. So that means we can plug our lines back up right here to the reservoir. Perfect fit. And then this one here, twist it on here. Don't shove it, because there is an O-ring you don't want to tear. There you have it, VTEC motor, P72 GSR bottom bracket, top bracket with P72 power steering pump, and a CRV. Heck yeah. Okay, quick little update for you guys. I am just about wrapped up for tonight, so I spent a little bit of time to kind of button up the rest of the stuff in the engine bay that can go on right now. The reason why I say that is because charge pipe is not on, battery tray is not on, and the reason for that is because with the charge pipe out of the way, easier to kind of work around things, right? Because there's still stuff I need to install. The fill for the all-wheel drive transmission, I can do it right there. So I button up all the brackets for the shifter, and the battery tray is not on because we need access to this hole for when we get this car ready for its first fire up. We're going to wire it up for the VTEC and everything. So I want to take you guys along with that when we get to the electrical portion of the build. Battery tray goes on, then the battery, and then we can do the fuse box, because you know the battery tray has a 12 mil underneath that, and then all the power cords are here, can go to the fuse box. Charge pipe will go on after, you know, we're done with all of this and filling up the transmission. We still need to put engine oil, which we'll do at the same time. Everything on this side of the car, the driver's side, done for the most part. Power steering, reservoir hose, power steering line, ground, dump tube for the wastegate, the AC fan. I had to shave it down just a little bit because it was touching right here. If you guys remember when we put the turbo kit in the first time, it was barely kissing this, but I finally shaved a U into it to clear the manifold. Shouldn't rattle anymore. Vacuum line all installed. Everything on this side done for the most part. Charge pipe, everything is installed. Return line, everything all done. So that's all I wanted to do today. I wanted to put the engine in the car, and everything that I could put into the car has been put into the car. Axles, everything like I mentioned, drive shaft, exhaust, donut gasket, everything all done. So we're making progress, man. As soon as that clutch showed up today, I went straight to it. Tomorrow should be like the final little button up, and if we get the ECU and the harness, we should be able to program the B16 to fire over. The last thing to put onto this car before the dyno will be the injectors, but I think we're gonna drive it, so we want to keep it on stock injectors for right now. Max Peen Rods sent us a catch can, so I'm waiting for that to show up as well too, so we can bung the back of the block into the catch can, so we can have some breather setup, because we're not running this guy anymore, and the hose originally for the PCV is just chilling right there. Like I said, for whatever reason, this thing got to go back to the stock. All the factory stuff, it's just kind of tucked away, right? But anyways, before I wrap it up for myself in the garage tonight, I need to go move Big Bertha around the corner and move it up to the grass, because tomorrow is street sweeping. But as far as this goes for you guys, we're gonna wrap it right here. I hope you guys enjoy our little bit of progress update on the CRV. We swapped the B16 into it. If you guys did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, and if you guys want to stick around for the first startup of the B16 swap CRV, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.